All right, we're live. So 7 Rocks and 7 Talks. Number 2. I already did number 2, but then the freaking Hangout screwed up, so I just totally deleted that video. This is the second one, and this is a historical one because it's the first time I've ever had a guest. Please introduce yourself, plug all your greatness.
What's up, guys? Awesome Geo L on YouTube. Awesome Geo is one word, and then L, and Awesome Geo 1123 on Twitter. So
Yeah, all your awesome stuff. So definitely check her, follow him on Twitter, subscribe to him on YouTube. He's got some awesome stuff. Thank you for doing this, by the way. I
no
appreciate
problem.
it. And well, the two topics we're talking about is X-Men Apocalypse and wrestling stuff, brand split. You guys seen 100 videos today about it, but you need to hear our thoughts. And I made a preview video like this with Deadpool and Captain America, and they were really good. I didn't make one for Batman vs Superman, and I hated that movie. So I think me making these videos is what makes the movie great. So X-Men Apocalypse, how excited are you for it?
I am really pumped for it. Like I was after I saw, because I was like a late bloomer for First Class and
Yeah.
Days of Future Past, and then I finally saw them, and I was like, all right, I need the third one.
Yeah, exactly. I know a lot of people that have been like, oh, I didn't even know like First Class and Days of Future Past were even a thing, and I'm like, come on, you gotta watch this. It's
Right.
amazing.
And like I didn't even think that the original ones were that bad until The Last Stand, and then I saw First Class and Days of Future Past, and it blew them out of the water. So
Yeah, a lot of people are like, they aren't that bad, and then they see these ones and they're like, okay, they were that bad.
yeah.
But I'm hearing okay reviews about it, which really disappoints me, but critics aren't going to stop me from seeing a movie.
Right.
But I've seen, that it's okay, that it's laughable at times, so that sucks. But I've been hearing Quicksilver and Jean Grey, especially those two. I've been hearing their scenes are worth price alone, so that has me really, really happy.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Quicksilver. Like,
Yeah.
I really liked him in Days of Future Past. So
Yeah, the second one, his scene is just like perfect. I
yeah.
love it. And I hear his like scene, I guess, in the third one. He's in it a lot more apparently, but I hear his scenes like even longer and even better, which makes me even more happy.
Yeah, I love his character. It's really
Yeah, it's awesome. And then they got freaking the Avengers one that died. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Apocalypse, he's the villain. He's got his 4 horsemen people. Does Magneto turn on Apocalypse? I think we all see this coming, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a big thing that probably will most likely happen.
Yeah.
But either way, it's still gonna be cool to see what does happen.
I thought it was interesting. It was like the first one, they were friends, and then, at the end, whatever.
Yeah.
Second one, they were like not on the same page at all. And the third one, I was like, okay, they're going to build up to Magneto being the main villain. But then they do this Apocalypse thing, and I'm like, okay, he's even crazier. This is pretty intense. I kind of like it.
Yeah, like what if they just like mess with all of our minds and then like they do some kind of thing where kind of like Civil War and Batman vs Superman did, or like they made us think that Apocalypse is the big villain, and then at the end it just turns out Magneto. Yeah.
Pull a magic trick, and they're like, nope, Magneto all the way. And I would buy it. I seriously would. And
that would be awesome.
Yeah, and I really like that. We got Mystique being the leader of the X-Men, kind of. How do you feel about that? Not it being, Professor X. It's like Mystique, so that's kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, I only I saw the old ones and then I saw the new ones. Like in the old ones, her character wasn't really that important.
Yeah.
So, like seeing how important she is now, especially in the third one, it really like makes me like kind of not shocked, but like excited to see what she actually does.
Yeah.
As her role, like to see how she actually controls everything.
Yeah, I like
in X-Men.
I like how in the preview it's like she's getting these new mutants from like an underground X-Men fight club.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. Like when she gets Nightcrawler in the preview, I'm like, okay, this should be really sweet.
Yeah, like that, like just the whole Fight Club situation thing looks just awesome. So
yeah, and Apocalypse growing to like giant man size, and crushing Professor X. That should be pretty intense.
Yeah, that.
I'm bored of that.
And then especially when Professor X, like his eyes turn black in the
Yeah,
trailer.
he gets the power. Yeah, and then he's just gonna get wrecked by him, I feel like. And then they got the Wolverine scene. Apparently,
Oh my God, yes.
the trailer showed him. I read an article from Hugh Jackman where he says the scene's like really brutal. So that has me really excited.
Wolverine, he's probably like him and Deadpool are like my two favorite superheroes of all time. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Wolverine, especially since like he wasn't supposed to be in it, then he was supposed to be in it, and then he wasn't.
Yeah, I know. I heard he's not in it, and then they show him at the end of the trailer, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, it seemed like they hit it, and then they were like, no, he's in it. Let's do this.
So yeah, I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, and then he got his movie coming out, the last one as Wolverine. All I ask is they put Deadpool in it, especially if it's R. You got to have Deadpool in the.
You got to. There's no other way, or else just people are just gonna be mad, and it's gonna be like bad.
Yeah, so Apocalypse, we're looking forward to it. The first two were brilliant, I think we can all say. So if this one's good, it's going to be like the first time they've had 3 movies in a trilogy that are just like all amazing. I really think so.
Yeah, because basically, I mean, if you look at all the other Marvel movies that have had sequels, I mean, they haven't really gone too far. I would say
it's rough. Fantastic Four is trying to start 50 different versions. Spider-Man's doing it every 2 seconds.
Yeah, Spider-Man, like he went from, like, if you think about it, Aunt May has gone younger and younger and younger in every single movie.
Aunt May's hot, and that really confused my mind. I'm like, what is this? She's hot. This is weird.
Like if you look at the old lady from Spider-Man 1, like the original, and then
you get to Sally Fields in the second one. You're like, okay, she's Tom Hanks' mom. Forrest Gump. All right, and then we get to Marissa Tomei, and we're like, what? I mean, Megan Fox next. It's gonna be crazy.
Let's just do it. That's gonna happen.
Yeah, but Apocalypse should be really good. Do you know when you're gonna be seeing it? You know, like this weekend, or
probably this weekend or during the week, if not.
Yeah, I would try to see it on Friday, and I'll tweet to see if it's good or not. But I'm excited. I really can't wait for this, especially since the last 2 were so freaking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you okay with us switching over to the brand split?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
So, WWE announced today on their thing. I woke up so late. I didn't even know what was happening. Wake up, I see July 19th. I have it in my notes. July 19th is when they will be switching over SmackDown to Tuesday nights. It will be on the USA Network. It will be live, of course. And they said there will be 2, separate brands. It will be, people on Raw and people on SmackDown. So, initial thoughts when you saw that, what was going through your mind?
I was kind of I'm excited for it. Like, I'm pumped because I've been one of those people that like doesn't really care if they did do a brand split, but I would be happy if they did.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't need it, but I'm still like happy since they did do it. But the only thing that I am like not too crazy about, 72 hours of wrestling back to back if there's a pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, I totally didn't even think about that. It being on Tuesday nights. Oh my gosh.
But I guess that's just what we're gonna have to go through.
I guess
they better make it like, I don't know.
I just hope it being like, a different night, a different network, a brand split. I hope it's not like we still know Raw is the better show. Like, stuff happens on Raw. I hope they don't make it where it's like, stuff doesn't happen on SmackDown still, because that would kind of suck.
Yeah, like they better be doing something big if like,
yeah,
if they're pumping this up like so crazy. So
yeah, I've been hearing, Vince McMahon's like has all these ideas. I've been hearing they are wanting 2 world champions now, so maybe bring back the world title. Honestly, I don't see why they ever got rid of it in the first place, if I'm being honest. Because you need that. I still think you need that title for guys that may not be at that level, but if you give them this world title, it establishes them as something big, and then you're like, okay, we can move them on to the main, world title. I don't get why you got rid of that. I really.
Perfect example for that, like right now, could be Cesaro. Like, he could be world champion right now. Not
Amen.
Maybe if they don't want to put him as WWE champion, he could be world champion.
Exactly, exactly. And dude, we had 3 viewers, and I lost one as soon as my
I feel
apologies.
like that's a trend. Like whenever somebody announces how many viewers they have, they just leave.
We're back to 3 though. Awesome. All right, we're back to 3 listeners. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate it. If they move over, I've been hearing like new WWE's going after new talent, which apparently Ring of Honor, some guys' contracts are expiring in June. We got 4. We're awesome. Are expiring in June, so it's like, okay, can we see Ring of Honor guys, outside talent on this?
Yeah, I've heard Roderick Strong maybe.
Yeah, I would love that. Have him versus Kurt Angle on SmackDown. Do it like 20 years after it already happened.
Yeah, like the rematch of the century.
Dude, it would be. Book it already. I'm pumped. Do you think we should have like separate titles? Should tag titles go to one? Should the U.S. title and Intercontinental go to one? Like, what do you?
I saw a picture earlier today of like supposedly a leaked world title that they're using. Like it's supposed to be. It looks like the classic like Wing Eagle title. And I mean it looks cool. It's just like the Wing Eagle title, just like with the new network logo.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like you can never trust those like sites or anything.
Yeah.
So, but like I think that they should have the women's title be on both shows. Then have a world title for SmackDown, have the WWE title for Raw, or even switch it up, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, like, yeah, have the U.S. title, I guess, on Raw, Intercontinental title on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And then tag, I guess, could be on both, because they don't really have that many tag teams that could really switch, like, have both titles.
And if it is only one title, if they don't do like 2 world titles, I think the world champion should be able to go on both shows.
Yeah, like it deserves to. Like this, but maybe they're gonna do like SmackDown could be more for like the mid card titles, where it really showcases like Intercontinental and U.S. title stuff, and then WWE like world title, if it's still one title, could be like you just said, for both shows.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Me and WTNA 1152. I'm sure he's listening. Hopefully, me and him when we made that video talking about if the brand split happened a few months ago, we were like, we think the lower guys, not necessarily like jobbers or whatever, but like the mid card, the young guys on SmackDown, and like the exciting tag teams and stuff like that on SmackDown, and then have like the veterans, I guess, on Raw, but still have young guys.
Yeah. Would you count Dolph Ziggler as a veteran, or would he still be in the mid card team?
Oh, that's rough. I would call him a veteran, but they book him as a mid card guy, so I would probably put him on SmackDown.
Yeah.
People.
I feel like he's just at that point where he can't get out of it anymore. Where like he's just there. He's the new Jericho. Like he's just there to put guys over.
Yeah, exactly. They're just putting people over, like Baron Corbin.
Right, like people still want to cheer him and everything, but it's just like his time for world champion was in 2013, and it's just gone now.
Yeah, it really is. It's depressing. I hate that. But and then we could have NXT guys. Maybe if they do like SmackDown thing, like I don't know, NXT guys could show up. Just to be that stepping point to Raw or whatever if they're about to debut. But I mean, like all these talent could be on here, and I'm really excited for it, honestly.
Yeah, like what I was thinking earlier was like if they do what if they do the draft, like the whole draft thing, like they used to. They could have NXT guys in the draft, and like anybody that they want to call up, like if they want to set up the Balor Club angle for SummerSlam, they could just like have Finn Balor be drafted to Raw or something like that.
That'd be cool. I would really like that. And I feel like I've been hearing that the draft is gonna happen. I don't know like an announced date or whatever, but from what I've been hearing, it seems like it is gonna happen. So that's really cool.
Yeah, I hope it does because I was a fan of it when the brand split was a thing.
And then it ended when John Cena was drafted to SmackDown.
And then he got drafted to Raw on the same night.
I was like, I watched a whole freaking main event tag team match just to see him get drafted back. That pisses me off so much.
I was so like mad, like I was so confused. I was like, what? Wait.
Yeah, I remember being like, oh, geez, it's gonna be John, and it was. And then like Stephanie and Shane had a video where they're talking about who should run Raw, and they're talking about, you know, Shane's like listing off his accomplishments, and Stephanie's listing off, you know, they should be this great woman, blah 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 or whatever, and they're like it should be McMahon. So who runs SmackDown? Do they both do it? Do they split up? What do you think?
I think, okay, the obvious thing is that the fans are way more behind Shane because I guess he's the more of the face character and
Yeah.
like the general manager thing. So I guess I would want him to run Raw. I mean, I don't know if that's just me, but I would say for him to run Raw and then Stephanie running SmackDown because it's still going to be like cool because it's live. So people aren't going to just be mad at it. Like they're still going to want to see what she does.
And they're doing this weird thing where like Stephanie agrees with Shane. I don't know what they're getting out of this. Like,
yeah, like I hadn't. The whole thing that they led up to was that they were both mad at each other, they hated each other, all that, and then just for them to like when they do become like co-general managers, they're like, oh yeah, you're right, no, you're right.
I don't know what they're going with, but yeah, she's like, oh, I actually like my brother now. He's really cool, and we're just okay, and she's agreeing with his ideas, and we're like, what is happening?
Just like 2 months ago at WrestleMania, like she wanted to kill him, so
yeah. Oh, dude, Austin just put us over. Before NXT, watch 7WWE Talks. I am. Austin, you're the legend, man.
Austin, he's the man, yeah.
All right, so we have 3 to 4 viewers, and this was fun, but I got to watch Arrow, sadly. I wish it would be a lot long. I wish we could do this a lot longer, but I got to watch Arrow probably blow on its season finale like Flash did last night. But anyway, that's a story for a different day. But thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it, and it was fun.
No problem. It was really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be doing this again. 7W Talks throughout the summer will continue.
Yeah.
Maybe even an X-Men review, a non-spoiler or spoiler version. Who knows? But we'll have someone in the future.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So thank you so much for listening, watching, whatever, and hope you guys have a great day.